And that's the start of the stream. Cool.
No, somebody was flaming me during in mid game, told me I should kill myself, and then added me after the game just to send me a Discord so that I could come in so he could tell me how much of a useless sack of shit I am.
I hope they got banned because I reported.
I put in a harassment ticket because he added me afterwards and then kept trying to add me on Discord.
That's
Take
so
a screen.
that's so
screenshot.
cute.
Huh?
That's so cute.
How's that cute?
I'm being
That made me
that's the right
miserable.
word.
I was so sad.
Man.
It just turned me off so much from fucking playing the game.
That
Yeah,
makes,
I was worried Rhino wouldn't come back to league.
that makes me sad. That person must like have been abused or like had some serious issues to
Nah,
like
dude, they were
have to go
soldiers.
out of their
They're
way
like,
to
they're
like,
like one of the people
hate
that where
people.
they do things wrong, they like blame.
Well, yeah, that's I'm saying. Like, so they've been hurt in the past so badly that they need to let it out on other people. This
Yeah.
makes it's just like, wow. I'm sorry someone hurt you.
A Nivea ban, is that a targeted ban? Because I haven't seen a Nivea ban. The
Nivea.
Zyra ban is definitely
I can't watch that.
targeted at Emperor Lewis.
All right, so yeah, so we are starting with the last game in the round robin, correct, Rhino?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
last game round robin, then we will decide who the first third place matches. Actually, super interesting. I think Team 5 is guaranteed to be in first place match because they've won 2 out of 2 games so far.
Mm-hmm.
But if 3 makes upset, they're tied for first.
Ooh.
Wow.
So
this is
if
a big
3 makes
game.
upset here, this will be sort of like, I think how it's going to end up is this Team 3 versus 5 is going to be the final matchup for the finals, but I don't know. We'll see what happens because if Team 4 takes it, then it's a 3-way tie for first. If Team 3 and Team 4 win, it's a 3-way tie for first.
But then we will break that by game time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
No tiebreakers. We don't got time for that.
don't got time. For
I don't.
time.
We don't get paid for this.
It's also
Hey.
important. It's also important to note, I think, though, that actually no, never mind. Because if that happens, it won't matter. Yeah.
Good start for Red Side Team 3 with Mundus getting his Camille 2 games in a row.
I mean, that went really, really well last game.
It didn't go well last game, but his team got behind early. I think
It was his teammates, not him, right?
hopefully
Is that what you're saying?
It's his
Hey.
teammates, not him. Now
Hey.
you're thinking
He's
like a
a-
player. I like it. Jeez.
he's a Camille, not a Kamat eel.
Oh, dear God.
Man,
So
I don't know how that went so much better in my head.
yeah, keep it in your head next time.
Oh,
The funny thing about Red Team though is that I kind of feel bad because like no one laughed or like it was just anyways they've been working with subs like every single game, so that's unfortunate, but that's just I guess what just happens with these tournaments. But anyway, what do you want to say about pick and ban so far?
well, we
I
got a
can't say
Nasus. We got a Nasus up top, so obviously going late game with that plus Tristana, huge late game spike. Skarner on red side can be his CC can be so oppressive in team fights, but it's so easily cut off if people are smart enough to buy QS. So we'll see if blue team how early they have their QSSs out to pay the Skarner tax.
So I am curious to see the way Skarner combo is supposed to be is you're supposed to E them, ult them, and then after they come out of ult, you auto attack them to actually proc that stun on the E. And
Right.
then your E is back up about that
Right.
time. We don't see even pro players doing that combination correctly. So we'll see if her Virtuoso can pull that off or if he's even aware of that.
Jin seems like a tough pick for red side into this matchup. Jin doesn't usually fare well against teams with a lot of tanks because once they build armor, it can gate damage quite a bit. So see how that works out. And his ult can be completely absorbed by Brahm's shield.
Correct.
It's also worthwhile to notice that the blue side team comp has been coming up with some stuff that's really going to make Skarner pretty useless later on.
Right.
Especially with the slow on Nasus, you can just negate the fact that he'll pull anybody. It'll just be like an in-play stun, and then it sort of leaves Skarner out of position. Braum ultimate can cancel it if he pulls on Tristana. Tristana can ult. to get out of the stun, and Amumu can just AoE stun while he's getting picked. So it's just I think it's a lot of good CC that'll make the Skarner pick really hard for them to actually get picks in lane. So
Question here. If Tristana activates her ult on Skarner, but Skarner gets the ult off on Tristana, does that
I'm pretty
mean
sure that Tristana still goes with him unless it falls out of range too fast.
so she like just gets zoomed into their team? That's what you're telling me.
But I think it isn't if it's Skarner gets any knock up, his ultimate ends.
Oh, is that true? I have no idea.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Or is it? Does he have to get peeled from range?
I don't
He has
know.
to get peeled from range, I think.
This will be fun. I mean, we saw on the LCS, Skarner took a Thresh Lantern, and everyone's like, what just happened? It was a short range lantern, but it was still really, really weird.
to get it closer. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's an interesting interaction.
Yeah, they were like, I think it might happen on weird circumstances. Like, the casters were just like, huh? They were really confused.
So who are you giving the advantage to this game based on matchup? Champion.
Oh god. Based on matchup, I think if you're gonna talk about in lane, I think red side has a better team comp in lane. But if we're talking about like mid to late game and ability to execute, I think that's gonna be very hard for red team to find something.
Yeah, completely agree. I think once you get into group stage where teams are grouping up into groups of 3 to 5, yeah, I think blue side has a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I would agree.
I like blue's team. I think blue team, we saw them on the first match we shoutcasted, and they had the Lux and Amumu and Trist. Did they have the Trist as well?
I don't. Was it Tristana? I thought it was it was Callista.
It was Callista. You're right, but Lux did well.
But they did have Braum. They had Braum, Lux, and Amumu.
Yeah,
Those
so tried and true. They didn't win. No, they did win. They did win. They did win. Lord Derpenstein has changed up his top laner to be Nasa, so he'll be scaling late. He'll probably get bullied by Camille a lot, though, huh?
Actually, at least with the inside scoop from Derpenstein, I'm gonna have to say that he said that his main for the past 3 seasons was Nasus before he started to pick up Renekton.
Ah, okay.
So he said Nasus. He says he plays when he wants to just win, regardless of if he's having fun or not. He finds Nasus boring, but it's his best champion.
It's like picking Janna when she's strong.
Look at this guy with his sources, going deep.
So,
yeah, this journalistic integrity, man.
Yeah,
this commitment
journalistic
to the tournament.
integrity. Yeah.
Oh.
I appreciate it.
Up until I started leaking everybody's salaries.
Trying to balance out that annoying voice.
Yeah, dude. You got it.
But this just in, there's drama in the bot lane on the red side.
Yeah,
someone's pregnant.
Someone's
who's
pregnant.
the father?
Who will be the father?
Tune in next next weekend as we conclude the tournament.
No. So I think I was gonna say what I feel like red side is gonna try it with their best bet would be to take Camille in a kind of a split pushing role, but that's going to be really hard against Nas.
Yeah, well, she's not going to have a choice at this point. She's going to have to get a super early lead. The best way for I think red team to really win this game is they're going to have to stack all resources topside. They're going to have to shut down Nasus early, make sure he doesn't get anything. You're going to have Camille get at least I'd say like a 2k gold lead and then try and snowball it somewhere else. She's going to get a full item on her laner and then try and do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The wombo combo potential again of blue side is just crazy between Amumu and Braum ults with Lux on top of Lux ults. Yeah, it's going to be... Yeah, you're going to have to be wary of team fights if you're on the red side.
Yeah. I also will say we will see how...
But again, I think a lot of it comes down to the Quicksilver sashes and how soon you get them on blue side, because the Skarner ults can just immediately take somebody out of the fight and they're done.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that's interesting is the mid lane matchup is Plat v Plat, so I'm interested to see how they play that out.
Yeah, I think Deceiver is on his off roll, but
yes,
this will be exciting. We will see. We will see. And then everyone on the team will be like, "This guy's Plat? Oh my gosh! Blah blah blah."
Yeah.
Flame.
Flame.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I like the Pharaoh Nasus taking Kleptomancy. I think Gracia dying is objectively better on a champion that you know you're gonna have to be split pushing the whole game with.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
will
sure.
be interesting because one thing that I want to mention is, it's kind of the Nasus effect in your solo, like their Nasus versus our Nasus, and it would be interesting that if they don't focus the top lane, or if top lane doesn't, Camille doesn't get like super far ahead of the Nasus to just be able to keep split pushing, we'll see how hard Nasus tunnels on getting his stacks while sacrificing, dragons and not TPing into plays and letting his team just kind of wither out and die. That could happen, and I've seen that happen. I've been a part of that where we had a Vayne
Wither
go
out and die.
against.
That's what Nasus does.
Yeah, I had a Vayne top lane against a Nasus that went 0-4 in lane, but we smashed the rest of the map, and Nasus wasn't like grouping and doing stuff, where we were able to just brute force it finally when we like broke through their base, and Nasus was kind of scary. But because we were just so far ahead, we were able to win the game with that. So we'll see
Really great.
what Nasus will do, if how much he cares about his farm and how much he tunnels on that play style.
Well, I think Rhino was right. That's a big win condition, right? Like, you want to shut the Nasus down early, get the Camille going so that she's able to, at least early, to mid, deal with the Nasus solo, so that the Camille can group up and hopefully you can win early before things get rolling.
Real can
too
split,
far
but
for
she's also very good
blue.
at getting picks. That's why she's so versatile. So it makes it's a good idea for them to try and get that the utility snowballing out of Camille so that she can flex where to go, because like we know that Mundus has a very good understanding of how to play Camille and how to pressure the map properly with her. So I'm very interested to see how they do it.
So standard start on both sides. Jungler starting on the bot side of the map with their AD carry and support leashing for them. Brom's staying a little too long. You want to make sure you hurry up and leave so you don't miss out on XP in lane. Something that I've been seeing a lot more, a lot of mistakes in getting that level 2 first because of that jungle leash.
Yeah, and last game cost them quite a bit because Leona was able to, and Vayne were able to get level 2, the full 2 minions early.
Oh yeah, that's again this same thing happened here. Braum missed the first two melee minions.
Whoops.
And so did Tristana miss the farm as well. So
Yeah,
just
we'll
to
see.
what happens.
We'll see what red team does with that advantage, if they're even aware of that. But I think it's level 2 and level 6 are so important. People really, and level 3, like people need to be aware when this happens and be ready for it and prepare like the lane and your abilities and everything, positioning.
Interesting that Skarner goes full clear on blue side before going to his red.
Amumu?
Well,
No, Skarner. Skarner cleared everything.
I think since you know for the most part Mumu is not going to be able to invade early, you think you can probably afford to do that easily. There's a lot of poking going on in mid lane between the brain and the left.
Yeah.
Lux comes out on top in that.
Nice trades.
Oh, Amumu's coming up behind Camille.
Yep, looks like she may be trapped in. Here comes the Wither.
See?
Oh, but
So she has her wall jump out. A
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
she
the
got
a lot
free.
of ability with that.
Yeah, right there. You have
But
to
it
also.
does give Nasus a little bit like some time to farm. And that's
Oh my
there's no
gosh!
vision mid lane.
3-man
Skarner's going
gank.
for the-
Oh,
three
nice
man
flash
gank on
stun.
Lux to pull off
Good
the
job.
kill.
Well played. That was
Great
double
job.
Ooh!
bonus for first blood.
Really nice stop by that Amumu on the Camille, forcing the flash out. I don't know if he needed a flash actually, because Nasus wasn't really in range, but that's fine. Safe out. Yeah, really cool roam by the red team though.
Nasus has a minion
Or gank, I mean.
materializer. Yeah, he
Nice.
does.
Oh
That was
boy.
that was good roam from Oh, but that leaves Jin super
So the
vulnerable.
stuns are coming down on Jin, but he's
Oh,
able to
the
get away with
stun!
Beat up by Zillion.
Nice stun, Zillion. That was well played.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he saved him. At least saved a heal for sure.
It was good trust out of Jin to realize that Zillion was going to be there in time. That's to show maybe it was improved communication from the last game.
And Zillion is out of mana, even though he just came back in the lane. Oh, he didn't go back to base, did he?
Ooh.
I
Oh no,
don't
he
think
did go
so.
back. No, he did not.
No, Zillion
Yep.
did not.
He just came back from the roam.
So things are going good for Nasus up top. They didn't pull out that kill on Camille, but it's keeping Nasus even in farm.
Skarner's top
so
side
yeah.
was nowhere to be found, so this could be something that they could do what we were talking about early game about trying to get that Camille far ahead.
Yeah, they need to get it going quick. Get her out. Give her a little lead, like you said. So here comes the Skarner coming in. Gonna try and hit the.
Good flash.
Can't quite hit the fracture.
Director camera's like, it's not happening. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I know these guys.
Yeah. Directed camera with the prediction.
Uh-oh. Here it is.
So there's the slow, which is just what they need. Pull off the stun with knock up, and
transmit that.
that
Oh my
is
God,
the
damage.
kill. Nice burst.
You look at mid lane as well.
Oh,
Great pulled off
The
kill.
auto trades. Oh,
What?
the
And here
mini
comes
nag.
the engage.
Mini
Stun!
nag. What?
The ADCs both get taken out.
Oh,
Tristana came out
blast
with a
cone.
killed up, so that's good for her.
Oh, no.
Brain
Hit
gets
the...
out.
Brain
No,
out.
no, gets out.
He just needed to hit the dragon. Uh-oh.
That's a real tilter.
Uh,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
nice escape by Brand.
I don't know if that was a misclick or what happened, but
A little panic. He's
Perhaps
terrified of that
maybe-
teleport.
I don't know. We don't know. Could be the communication saying Lux for Amumu not to take the kill because the mini nagger was supposed to kill him. You never know.
Yeah, good point.
Could have been that, but we don't know. I mean, could have been DC. Could have been something like that. You never know. But
Rito, please.
yeah. But the kill
Probably
topside. Oh,
big
I do
DC.
not like this. I do not like Warrior Skarner. I heavily disagree with that choice.
And what would you build?
I build
You
100%.
wanna go
I would go-
the
called?
flame,
Cinderhawk.
the Cinderhawk with the Triforce, right?
Yeah, Cinderhawk is significantly better.
I mean, you don't have a tank on this team either. So you're going full damage on a person that needs to be engaging into three tanks.
Yeah, Squish's Skarner never makes it target.
You don't pick Skarner because of his really good early game dueling potential or his ability to get a lot of damage off in ganks. You pick Skarner because he has a point click 3-second CC that you can bring into the middle of your team.
Mm.
Like you pick him for the amount of CC in this kit, not for his damage.
If anything else, I would have on Skarner. You probably want to go like start the Cinderhawk and then get the
I really like the use
start
of
the Triforce so you can get that speed up.
I really like the use that Zillion's using on his kit for poking Tristana. He realizes that if he can prioritize the slow on someone like Braum, he can make sure that he can land the stun over and over again. Okay, so
Hey, what do you
Tristana
think of the Skarner? I thought he would take Predator so that he would have the Ghost catch up.
he has Summoner's, yeah, that's what I mean. So he has Summoner's
Summoner
spell
Spellbook.
so he can be flashing a lot, but I really don't understand
Here
what
comes
the
Camille all comes down on Nasus. They may be able to pull off another kill for Camille here.
oh yeah.
And
100%.
here's what you were
That's
talking
a
about.
kill.
They're giving a little bit of help to Camille to get her going in the early.
It's not even that Camille would need help in this matchup. It's just if you can guarantee the fact that she gets ahead, that it's just so much better for your team. So that if she gets this first
Well-
turn, she cracks it, she just roams across the rest of the map and takes everything.
Well, you're right. She doesn't need help staying alive, but getting the kills was what opens up for unlocking potential. Especially against the Nasus. So here comes the ult by Brand.
Oh!
Go for the kill on a Mumu. Just short of damage there, but almost pulls off 2 kills there. Brand playing really well in this matchup. That's
An ult. No directed camera. Wow, that sucks. I need Riot observing technology, please, for those gen
Yeah, we
ults.
don't,
Isn't that
the
right?
problem is that when they do that, they have further zoom out than we do.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So top lane, Camille's got a 101 lead on Nasus, plus a lead on CS, and here comes Skarner again.
Yeah,
Skarner
they
is
should.
6 now as well. Skarner is 6 now as well.
Skarner
so
was 6 last
there's-
fight, but they just didn't
there's
need it.
no
Oh yeah,
excuse
that's
when
the end of it.
that's immediately after Nasus assaults him. That's a
Yeah,
dead dog.
that's worthwhile though.
So good call, the Skarner coming up top to focus a lot of his pressure up there.
Oh, another thing, he took magical footwear. That's a really risky take, especially in this, because having something that's someone that's so dependent on move speed.
Hmm.
I don't know if magical foot. I mean, it works out fine because he's got 4 kill participation, so he got the boost way early. But I'm not sure if I agree with that. If I would take that.
I'm gonna say I think I knew from the beginning it would work fine early game, and I was right.
I don't know, perhaps stop. Yeah, see, like the finished warriors, I just don't see how that's really effective on Skarner.
It seems lackluster on him, considering his strength.
What do you think, Sam? What do you think's the proper option in this case?
I think my lunch
Oh,
tastes
here
really
comes
good.
the engage on the Jin, but he
I'm sorry, I
flashes
didn't know you were
away.
eating.
Good flash by Jin, and the immediate flash to get out of there.
20 CS top lane. 20 CS lead it. 3 kills. What's their gold looking like?
3K up for red side.
Well, I mean individually, we can see that.
So, oh, the Skarner ult comes down, but Lux was able to light bind him just before he ulted her, so he's safe. The Amumu ult comes down, Zillion's able to ult himself, so he'll be coming back up. Break comes out.
Oh, he gets away with the...
Dive with... Oh! The stopwatch to save himself, and Braum could be going down.
Bro will go down on this as long as it's played properly. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh! Pulls off a kill!
Oh,
that's
careless! So careless!
Kills Zillion. And here comes the Brand ultimate.
Oh,
Oh, he's dead. Oh, the mist.
Lux is still alive. Oh, he goes.
Lux
She goes down.
dies before her ultimate.
Wow, the mad
Good play
disrespect by
Brandon,
that
good
Zillion
lane
though.
play. Yeah, that was just really wanted to ensure that he got an assist there or something. Was not needed at all. I bet he wishes he could do that a second time.
It is the virtue.
So Camille putting that lead to use, trying to poke Nasus out as much as she can. I wonder when she's gonna start roaming down to other. So here comes the Skarner again to the top lane to put more pressure on the Nasus. He does have his ult up again. Complete CC on the Nasus to kill him again. Really taking Nasus to the pound this game.
Really good job.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what they need to do to guarantee that they're going to make it so that it incentivizes Nasus to just continue.
Right.
Oh, the escape?
Yeah, gotten away, and now we have a fight for Dragon. Zillion is going to go down there, and blue team is going to take advantage of Skarner being topside to go for take Cloud's rage.
Remember,
Brand is here though, so he does have his ult,
pretty
but Braum does a good job zoning him out. Oh, here comes the ult. So it's not going to do much. Ooh, or it will, because the last time the Jin can't quite give the help.
We got one.
Got one. Took out the Brand. I mean, took out the Braum. So
Oh,
it's
the
Skarner
king
up
top
top
again.
again.
Oh,
Tilt the
man.
test on Nasus is real.
Oh,
No Skarner
man.
off this time.
That's just
But he's really trying to make sure that Camille gets the kill.
the disrespect.
I'll say that I have to say that every time he's died, I have not seen a ward down, and I've seen his trinket off cooldown, so he can use his trinket. Like, he has not put down vision to protect himself when he knows he's getting camped. It's like a huge I'm sure he's tilted, and that's part of it. But you gotta put down the vision, man. You have Klepto, so you have a green ward, which he might have just gotten. But put a green ward in your try push to make sure Skarner can't get behind you, and put a trinket in the river or something. Like, this is brutal. Please.
So what would you say should be done here to counteract the Skarner gang? So should Amumu be concentrating most of his efforts bottom, or should he be coming up to try and balance out that? Should he have been coming up to try and balance out that
In
lane
this
early?
case, I think that because of how top lane and bot lane went,
I'll put
I
him down on
think
Jin.
that-
He'll be coming back up, but he's probably just gonna die on the resurrection.
I think that if blue team wants to get back in this and make
Oh!
unfortunate.
Skarner ult didn't go off
Oh.
on cooldown though.
Zillion lands
Oh,
the
that's
all
Zillion, that's the end of
take
it.
out Tristana. Nice job by that Zillion. And they have their ult up for Braum. He's gonna be going in.
Woo. Spicy.
Oh,
2v1
they're able to
outside?
catch out Amumu. Amumu does his ult.
Oh,
sets
oh,
up
the
Lux
damage!
to pick up the kill. Great synergy in the Lux Amumu ult to pull out the win of a formerly grim situation.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I wanted to, what we were talking about before, let Skarner keep ganking top and let Nasus keep dying or barely surviving or whatever, and work around the rest of your team. Your Trist is pretty strong. She's 3-3. She's not 3-0, but she's still strong, so she can still do damage.
They should be still switching the lanes, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the switch.
They
Yeah.
should be putting Nasus bot lane so that he can free farm under that turret before they would have taken it. If they would have switched it by then, I think that would have been a lot safer
Mhm.
to put Tristana and Braum on the top side.
Yeah, your Nasus isn't your win condition anymore. So your Nasus just scrapes by with whatever he can get, but he shouldn't be like, I need gold. He's filtered to everyone else and like buy your budget items or something. Oh boy. Poor Nasus.
Complete a Triforce for Mundus.
Oh, Skarner turns on the Jets, maybe going after Tristana here. I think we're gonna pulls the ult, but doesn't really have anyone backing him
Oh,
up.
Jin ult.
But Jin ult,
Getting blocked.
and everyone's out of it. Oh, there's the Skarner ult. With the fracture, takes
And
down.
that is a... Oh, okay, right there. That's a 7-0 Skarner with Warrior and Sheen, and he barely survived a 1v1 by a 3-4 80 carry. That's why you go tanky.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember, now Nasus has 0 MR here, so this is all like basically true damage to him. There it is. He's
Here
got no
comes the
MR.
Camille. She's got her ult up.
Oh,
Takes out
Oh,
Lux.
that's it. I don't know. This game is looking for a very dominant team comparative to the others.
Yeah,
Five
and
is
when-
like kind of falling apart at the seams right now. By
When
taking
Mundus gets on his Camille game, he can just pop out of nowhere and pop somebody.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
A great job there. Oh, Zillion caught out. You have the ult
This is the
up?
only problem.
No ult up.
The only problem I see is that it feels like bot lane sort of now with their lead, they're sort of disrespecting. They're letting the score be misleading to the strength of the other bot lane as well as jungle. Maybe it
Yeah,
wasn't
and
like
that's what you're hoping, right? Like the blue side is just needs this game to last long because they do have the advantage should the game go long.
Mhm.
So
Well,
so
I
it's
think it
like
comes down to
a
player
kind of a
matchup.
game on a time limit.
I guess I can see that, especially if you're talking from the
I guess,
aspect of Nasus, but
But I will say I don't see any QSS yet on the
this might be a mistake.
blue side, which I think is a mistake.
Oh, that's a mistake right there. Two manning and greeting for the.
Yeah, Lux and Amumu ults in conjunction will smash you.
I
So
think
you
my
gotta be
biggest-
aware of those.
My biggest concern with that is, again, sure the early game lead's great, but I still feel that the warrior enchantment's super greedy on Skarner.
plus the Triforce now on Skarner. That's...
Well,
Yeah.
Triforce is okay, but that's
I
usually
would've-
go fucking
If he had gone Cinderhawk first, I would have said Death Force.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just but he has
Even
no
delay it.
protection.
Even delay Cinderhawk because you still get about the same AD.
Yeah.
So you get 60 AD on warriors, and then you get 25 with the cooldown reduction and attack speed. It equates to about the same for the amount of damage that he'd be doing in his passive.
Yeah. And he needs that movement speed from Triforce, so I have no problem with that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he needs a tanky item.
so
He doesn't have a
squishy.
tanky
Yeah.
item in this build yet. Oh, nice
here it
flash!
goes. Skarner all comes out, but they're able to get out. take out Lux.
The damage on this Baron is insane right now.
Oh,
And
my
good
gosh.
point earlier, Nasus has no MR right now, so Brand's ults are just
Oh.
Literally
so much damage, taking him out from the fights. So this
That's-
should be a free.
This is what we were talking about, getting Mundus ahead so that he knows he can roam around the map and start making plays. That's exactly what they need to be doing right now.
One thing I would say, it looks like they're chasing down the Nasus here. I don't know how long they want to do that. Seems like you'd want to get an objective like
Yeah,
Dragon or
I'm not
something.
sure I like that. They could be getting mid-tier 2 right now for free.
Yeah,
Just have somebody answer his top lane split push. You don't need to be sending 3 right now to go top side.
yeah.
Or even though you
And-
know you have vision on Mumu backing, you can just go right to Baron and try and rush that really fast, especially with
Yeah.
Brand.
Yeah, too much going different directions after that win. I think they could have gotten objective after that.
But I still like the
Instead of chasing
decision to
the
go
Nasus.
and starve out Mumu by taking all of his blue side, so he has no incentive to go there while Baron's up. That's still a very smart play. So now with
So
that,
maybe-
what you can do is it's sort of like a game theory approach. You put the wards down in blue side jungle to sort of dare the blue team to go to try and contest that Baron. You go to Baron yourselves, and then you know that the only reason they're going to be there is not because they're farming, which could be like a questionable thing. They're going to be there so that they're going to try and contest you at Barons.
Right.
I think maybe the vision control is the only thing that Red's lacking on right now, because they have sort of like scattered deep vision wards that don't really do too much.
So it looks like we might have a team fight being set up around Dragon.
Well, Nasus is caught in the middle of 3 right now.
Yeah, all the ults are going to come down on him, and
They
he's
should.
CC'd for days.
Yeah, see, right here, I don't like that, because I think blue should just be blue should be backing off of the fight right now and just going
Yeah.
with that Nasus free
Zillion
farming.
down. Lux is able to get the ult off, but Zillion was able to throw. Zillion's down, but he was able to throw his ult on Camille before dying. Camille survives the fight. This is just going to be a run and gun fight.
This is good for blue.
Good
This
job.
is good for blue.
They're able to take out Brand. Persona gets ulted, but she is still alive, and they're able to take out Skarner again.
Oh!
Skarner with you have to wonder, Skarner, if he had had the defensive stats, he would have survived that fight.
Absolutely would have had.
Yeah,
this
no
stat.
wondering. Absolutely.
And the fact that he right now is building something like another question I said about the magic. Oh, the
It
failed.
looks like he's going. Is he going for a Gargoyle Stone Plate? I
Yeah,
think?
the failed. At that point, you might as well just implement.
But he
the
doesn't have,
stopwatch
like-
in your build
Yeah.
instead of doing magical footwear.
Get health. You need health. You need health.
Yeah, health-
Health is really important when you have no when you're low health.
The more HP Skarner has, the bigger his shield is. And a lot of people discount that, but if you have the HP to back up that shield, it is crazy how much damage you can absorb.
It's major survivability.
And
for that
defensive
shit.
stats mean nothing. Or like armor and magic resist mean nothing without health.
Right.
They're unused and ineffective compared to like what you can get from HP.
He has a little bit of HP on Triforce, but not anywhere near what he
Yeah.
used to have right now. It's only gives you 250 HP.
You're not even a bruiser yet. Like really, you're like yeah. Yeah, what you were mentioning before, Rhino, put Nasus somewhere else. If someone goes up to Nasus, that's great. Because you don't win a 5v5, but you have more of a chance of winning a 4v4 when you bring anyone to Nasus. Even if Zillion goes to Nasus, that's a win.
So here comes the engage, but Lux is just going to be able to free fire in the back. Skarner's chasing him down, they have to back off. Now they're going to go after his movement. He does have his ult up though. Pops
Oh,
it.
where's the Lux ult?
Everyone out of the fight for a little while.
Where's the Lux ult?
There's the Lux.
Oh, but nobody dies to it.
Yeah, she needed a
everyone
combo
plays
with
Needs to just
Braum
back
ult.
off here.
Everyone up
Needs to
except
back
the
off here.
Zillion.
Jin's on the side. Not sure what he's doing. He should be just free hitting turret right now.
Yeah, so I think Blue had a decent idea. They had a control ward down just waiting for a pick. Unfortunately, they didn't have their backside kind of warded, which is unfortunate for them and risky. But that's what they need to do. They just need to find picks, spread out the map, and find unfavorable fights in their advantage.
Yeah.
NASA should not
think,
be with a team ever
I
as a
think
0-7.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think because blue side has such an advantage in the 4v4 fights, like you can just have NASA split push. At this point, he is able to 1v1 Camille, and if they send Skarner to help with Camille, I mean, he eventually he'll be able to 2v1 because Skarner doesn't have the defensive stats to take a bunch of these mistakes.
I am noticing though in the brand build, which is a little bit sad to see, is there's I don't see the Leandries, which in my opinion, since the rework that just happened this patch, Leandris is one of the most overpowered items on mid lane right
Is
now.
he building
especially on
Zonias
brand
right
two.
now?
It looks like he's going Zonia.
He doesn't have boots yet.
So,
It could be.
No, yes he does. He has Mercury.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he does. You're right. Yeah, Leandri's. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious as to why.
well, he does have the blasting one. Maybe he's turning that into because that's not part of his Zonias, is it?
No, it's not.
So maybe he is going. He's kind of halfway between his Zonias, going for Zonias and a Landry.
Yeah, what has
I have
a
a real
armor?
question mark as to why you have the cloth armor.
Yeah.
You could be skipping out. I mean,
Uh-oh.
No, gets the all down, but Tristana knocks her away. Really nice ult by Tristana.
Oh, don't teleport.
Here
Don't
comes
teleport in.
Nasa's support or Nasa's teleport.
It is a NASA support at this point.
You,
Is there?
I'm sorry, Diapers. I didn't mean it. Oh yeah. Go bot lane. Like literally, if you pull anybody to you, even if you die, your team can take advantage of that somehow.
Look at the wave top lane. Like the wave top lane could be easily pushed in and set up to our. Let's slow pushing from red side. You can absolutely push it in top side and threaten to take that tier 2 and tier 2 top side. That's so much more worth rather than TPing in to just walk around and then go bot lane.
so they're pinging. Red side is pinging down to Nasus. They may be closing in there.
Uh-oh.
Blue team's heading down, but they get met by.
Oh, deleted.
Ooh, nice Braum shield.
And Camille gets ulted, so she can't get out of that. She goes back in to burn it, and she'll be back up in a second. Skarner picks off another kill on Braum, and looks like red team came out on top of that.
Yeah.
What's really their saving grace this game is how on point Zillion has been with ultimates.
Yeah.
Because there has not been a single missed ultimate that I was like, wow, okay, well that fight would have been completely different because he's made all the correct plays. Nasus is tanky for
Game still is on kind of a knife's edge though, because once blue side realizes that and just keeps Nasus in the sideline, I think they'll really start to pull the map apart.
Nasus
far.
only has 309 stacks.
Did you just say
And even
only?
with just
Already.
Yeah,
even
he
with,
only has 309 stacks at 27 minutes. That's
even with just the 309
behind.
stacks though, he can 1v1 the Camille.
oh, absolutely. I'm not suggesting that it's not important, but I mean, if Camille, at least what Camille's looking like right now, if she gets a Titanic, or if she decides to go with a Sterax gauge, I think she can still 1v1 Nasus or at least push the lane properly.
Yeah, just blue team has to be careful about roaming into their jungle. They have to get down the vision, but they can't just like carelessly move through their jungle because Triss got caught there because she was in the front roaming through their dark. I'm pretty sure it wasn't warded. Roaming through their jungle and they got caught out. They need to be finding the catches on red team for any chance. And like, I mean, you saw that Lux was able to delete people, and if Triss didn't get caught there, that could have been totally different. That could have been like an even fight or a one fight. And then blue just keeps stalling. Nasus is eventually getting bigger and bigger. Nasus.
That brand damage is half health.
Oh god.
Randall comes out.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but I mean, you pushed off of it and get a little bit of advantage from an inside track to Baron.
Yeah,
I think. So, what do you think the play is for red team here? What do you think you should have?
that.
So Camille comes in, and between her and Skarner, they're able to delete the Tristana. Nice job taking advantage of an opportunity. So when they, that was a really good job. I thought as soon as they saw Tristana step up a little bit, they pulled everything in on her. And were able to take her out. Zillion drops the ult on himself. He's probably going down. He'll be back up in a second. Camille's in the back line. Well, the brand ult devastates the front line. They take out Braum.
They gotta watch for
And
the backside.
able to pull the stuns on and movement, take him out as well. So I think that's what I think what you guys are probably gonna say. I think we'd all agree is when Sam or when Rhino asked what they should do, I was about to say like they need to like push the pace of this game, and like they need to find that opportunity to dive and take advantage of that as soon as they see it, and they did immediately, and that'll get them a lot of objective control right here.
Looks like a miscommunication with red team, and they seem to keep on a diving while Jin and Brand seem to think they should be doing damage. That's a little bit of a concern.
Yep.
Tristana, this is a pretty much a triple kill.
Yeah, he comes in. Oh, but Zillion was able to drop the ult out of
MVP.
Great Zillion ult right there. Good pull.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Stopping the clock and extending Jin's life. Good job there. So Nasus wants some help on Baron.
On Dragon?
On Dragon.
I don't know if it's worth it for that though. Honestly, he missed a big opportunity by just going up to top lane or even pushing bot lane. I feel like he's spending so much time. He's playing well if you were playing any other top laner. I think he's doing what he needs to do if he's playing any other top laner. He's not playing well around the fact that he needs to be playing Nasus. Brand can just kill.
Still no Quicksilver sash on the blue side, which is the biggest counter to Scar.
Yeah, that is true too. They do have stopwatch and zones though.
Yeah, but you can't stopwatch while you're Scarlet.
Yeah, and if you stopwatch when he's coming at you, he just like laughs at you while you're golden. And if you stopwatch after, he laughs at you while the rest of the team just waits to kill you anyway too. Yeah, you need to stop the picks, stop the bleeding. Unless you want to go really aggressive and like I'm not building QSS because it delays my build and we're super far behind, then you're not allowed to get caught. You're never allowed in flash range, and like, yeah, you're not allowed in flash range of Skarner. You have to, and you can't be going into your Fog of War and stuff like that.
If I'm Skarner here, I think I pick up the Warmog last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, HP is so strong on him.
Or Righteous Glory.
Got all the stats that you could imagine. Righteous Glory, I don't even think he needs. They don't have a problem with starting fights. They have a problem with being able to kill fast enough in order to live through them. So I mean, they have enough of like, especially because they have a Zillion that can speed up the Skarner.
Good call.
Yeah,
oh, that damage.
They need to push the pace of this game. They get off a lot of damage on Nasus, but he follows the ult, but walks into the Tristana, spreads the ult like a disease, and that should be able to get them tower here.
Finally finished that Leandries for Leandries tournament on Brand, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, that's gonna kill that front line.
Be insane. Wonder if he gets some Morellos now for
The healing.
For healing on Nasus, so he doesn't have to heal through it.
I don't think it even matters.
It does a little bit with I think the inflict the grievous wounds on all your abilities, especially when the other team has a redemption.
Yeah, the nice thing, if you want, because now Brain's ult can spread the grievous wounds to everyone with Morello's now with just the ult, so it is a nice pickup on someone who has that
stun!
capability.
Oh, Lux ult!
Oh, the
wow,
he comes out just in time to save him, and he gets out.
He uses it on himself and not Camille, and he lives. Probably calculated, obviously. Not calling him greedy at all whatsoever, because it must have been calculated. Wow, that was hype.
Camille had the HP to survive that.
She was really close.
Jin is 100 CS behind.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good. That's why I feel like they're lacking in damage.
Well, that's the problem with Jin, right? You're going into a team with a bunch of tanks. They are building quite a bit of armor. So, I mean...
That just means you need more money.
With a lot of tanks.
Oh.
I like the last whisper though. At least he realizes that he's not doing enough damage because of the stats.
Yeah. Amumu doesn't have much having the armor, so should be okay against.
But he has a lot of HP though.
Do you agree with Nasus building Trinity Force right now?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
At this point, use Triforce so that you can either push your advantage by sticking on the enemy team off the stone plate, or you get Triforce because you want that extra.
So the ult goes down on Skarner. He'll be back up in a second, but the fight's looking not too good for Red.
Interest damage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tristana coming online. Oh, but Camille all comes down. They're able to
That was a
kill
really good
off the
start.
map.
He was able to.
Nass
So
is doing some damage.
He's down now, and he's getting pretty strong.
Oh, Camille flank.
From the backside, maybe able to take out. Oh, can't quite finish it off.
Oh, the stun! Ah, Nass gets a kill!
Stun. And that's
Oh,
the-
double kill! Oh,
Oh,
and he goes down.
Brand pulls off the double kill. The flame after death.
Well, that was exciting. Nass is back. Got
So
his
a
Trinity for us.
bloodbath results-
He's gonna carry.
A bloodbath results in a 2 for 4. Quite a fight. That was one of those extended fights.
Don't go Jerome's fist, please. You don't need any more AD. You're fine, my dude. I promise.
You gotta survive, right? He killed everyone because he was able to survive there and just kill people, right?
He is. It looks like he is going for more HP with the Sterix gauge, so he has more. He'll have more. He'll have more shielding on his.
I guess I can see the Sterix.
Oh, he sold
gauge,
it.
but the thing is, you're not really getting bursted too much because you have a lot of MR already from Lux. That's really the only person that's going to be doing the significant amount of damage like that. It's the Tristana, I think, is the problem, though. He should be getting something like I think a
Trinity Force or Frozen Heart.
Princess to,
Or not Trinity Force,
He got a ring.
Thornmail.
Thornmail. Yeah.
Or does have a ring.
Ooh. So
Okay,
yeah,
Look how behind Jin is. That might be the only problem with this. Is that... Oh, I see one QSS out. That's good.
I think red team really needs to push it. They gotta. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They're just going right past the Nasus.
And they delete the
goodbye.
ADC. Great job by Camille taking out the ADC, and now they're able to concentrate all their firepower on the dog and put him back in the pound again.
Oh, just push. Red, just push. Who cares? Oh wait, that's the Elder Dragon.
So we got
Wait, no,
Elder
that's yeah, that
Dragon,
is Elder.
the Elder Dragon, 3 Elder Dragons on the red side.
Yeah, have someone else push. You don't
Looks
all
like
need to be there.
Camille
Jin,
coming for
don't.
the steal.
Jin, go push bot lane with
Yeah.
Rand.
Maybe caught out a little bit. Got to be careful here. And now if they can get
Oh.
over the wall, and they do. Camille going for the kill, and look, she Zonia's right away. Goes golden. Camille, Jin takes her out, or Zonia takes her out.
Oh,
Who's in
that's,
trouble, and they unwrap the mummy.
that's gotta be it. That's got, if they push the
So,
bot lane around now with
they
that
get
wave coming
big
in, that's
push
it.
right now. Yeah, like you guys said, we gotta push the pace. So red team needs to take full advantage.
Okay, so I wanna say this. Blue team, like I know they're behind. You need to take risks, but your team comp is like popping off right now because like you don't need to steal that Elder Dragon to stay in the game, but you need to be alive 5-man ready for this fight right here.
Another full off on Tristana goes down again.
What happens when the QSS is down?
Yep.
And now they just dump all their DPS again. So it literally carbon copy fight of the fight previously.
Yeah. They're just diving on.
Trist, focus Nasus, and destroy them.
Yep. The Skarner races in. Oh, the ult down on Zillion again. Ooh, with
nice
another
move.
ult, keeping himself alive. Wow.
Guys, work so hard.
Oh, stun.
Bomb goes down. The stun goes down on Lux. Could take her out. Nope, she goes back, gets back to the fountain.
Barrier and
Blue runs back to the fountain as well. This
pressure
game
from
could
this
be
top
over.
side of the map has been insane. 42 to 14.
It didn't feel like 42 to 14 in the last like
No,
20
it
minutes
didn't.
though,
Yeah.
or 15 minutes maybe.
Well, I think red team really started pushing the pace. That I think they noticed that team fights like you're up 40 to 14, and team fights are still kind of close. With you barely getting away with some of them. Did a good job of really putting the pedal to the metal there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, red team, like Camille realized what to do. Take out Tristana. That's
Where
it.
you guys going for MVP?
I'm stuck between Lewis and Mundus.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Mundus had some intense picks, realizing the limits of the champion, realizing that where he can go, who he can grab, and what he can trade for. He was a good initiation, and when he got to the back line, it was almost always a one fight.
Yeah, I am having the same issue between Lewis and Mundus. They're like you guys said, Zillion's ults were so on point in those fights. He seemed to have a have a really good grasp of when to ult himself and when to ult the other person who was going to die. So really good job with that. So I will go with Zillion because he was doing that from the start. Really good job there.
Yeah, I'll go with Mundus on the Camille just because, like, Zillion did a great job. I think Camille just made sure that they won, like, could finish the game. I think Zillion did a really good job stalling out the game or, like, making sure his team didn't lose too much, which, again, was great. But I think Camille was crucial in finishing this game and making sure they didn't let blue team come back too hard.
Yeah. I will say, like, win condition wise, red team really did a good job playing to their win conditions.
Yeah.
As far as like you guys, like we said that over and over again, like you got to get Camille ahead, put a lot of pressure up top early to give Camille the ability to roam the map and unlock her potential, and they did a really good job of that. Constant repeat ganks from Skarner up top to give him that support he needed. And then trying to accelerate the game once blue team started having the potential to maybe come back. Blue team, I thought, didn't play to their win conditions as well. You guys kept mentioning like just put Nasus in the side lane, pull them apart because your 4v4 is better. Put Nasus in the side lane, try to pull pressure to him, and then engage when you have the 4v4 or 4v3. I thought red team did a lot better. Like their synergy and playing to their win condition was really very well done. Which especially Mundus, like you said, did an excellent job of using Camille to get to the Tristana, who's a really hard ADC to catch. But he used his abilities really well to lock him down, take him out at the start of fight. And all of them actually did a good job of recognizing when they had the opportunity to get Tristana, the leader, off the map.
Yeah, just a quick small correction. Their 4v4 was better than their 5v5. Their 4v4 wasn't better. It's just their 4v4 opportunity was better than their 5v5 opportunity. Yeah.
Their 4v4 was better than the opposing team's 4v4, I felt like. Well, I felt like if you have an Amumu, Braum, Tristana, and Lux, you have a 4-man Wombo combo there to start off the team fight if you get it right.
Okay.
That's what I meant. It was better than the opposing.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
All right, well, we have the stats in for Team 4. Team 4 takes another demanding win over Team 1, so that means that we have a 3-way tie for first place, and we're going to have to calculate the team based on win time.
Based on dice rolling.
Well, actually, I think it's pretty clear that it's going to be Team 4 versus Team 5.
Cool.
Because as of right now, the win times look like 25 minutes for Team 5 and 28 minutes on Team 5, but Team 3 won their games at 31-34 and 38-33. And Team 4 both won theirs at 28 minutes.
All right, so I guess we could do two shoutcasts for like a third place and a first place match if shoutcasters want to, if we have enough shoutcasters that still want to do it. Otherwise, people can bounce. But yeah, we'll just see. You want to ask Blake and Worm how they're feeling?
Yeah, sure.